it's we make it sound simple because it ultimately can be, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
we make it complex in our mind, and then from our mind we make it complex in reality, but it can be that simple. But what about those who are like, I've been with him 4 years, I've been with her 6 years. If I decide to walk away, is there going to be someone there who's going to love me the way I want to be loved? How do you speak to that demographic of people?
I think you make such an excellent point. Oh my God. I think, and this was a big part of me not letting go. You get attached to your investment in that relationship. And instead of looking at the opportunity cost of staying in it, what you're depriving yourself of, you keep focused on what you're going to lose if you end that relationship. So, what I say to someone like that who's in that situation is release that. Um, you need to be forward thinking. Is this relationship bringing to you what you need to be happy? And if this relationship does not fulfill those needs, if you and your spouse cannot create that synergy, then you're better off letting it go. And I can honestly say that a lot of the people I know who are devastated because their marriages were ending, and by the way, I like to use ending. I detest the term failed marriage. There's no such thing as a failed marriage. I can tell you so many examples of people who were devastated when their marriages ended. And the lives that have followed have been so much better. They have found other partners that are better matches for them, or they are pursuing things in their lives that they couldn't have pursued with their partners for whatever reason, educational opportunities or opportunities to travel or to enjoy life in ways that their partner would not have supported. So let go of the attachment and open yourself to possibility. I think it's more important to live in a place of possibility and joy than attachment to what is, what's not, and what can never be.
And I will continue with that. I give the example of being unhappy at work, right? There's really two courses of action. If you really break it down, you think objectively and logically. Either you stay and be unhappy, or you explore and try to move on and to be happy. And you would often hear, and this goes back to marriage and relationships in general, that there's that fear, as we just discussed, of I don't know what's out there.
Hmm.
But if you think about it and you take a step back, before, and those who are in this, before you entered into that type of situation, were you not okay before it? Weren't you not happy before it? And if you wanted to put a value on your happiness, isn't it truly priceless? Like, isn't it truly worth whatever risk for you to be happy? Because sure, you can say that, well, I'm with John over there and I'm with Sarah or over there, and yeah, they don't treat me well, and they're not the person that I thought they were going to be for me. But if I have to compare it with being by myself, it's better. We tend to, as humans, compare it to the worst instead of comparing it to the best, saying, hey, I deserve to feel happy. I deserve to feel the type of love that I want. I deserve to travel, as you mentioned, with the person I love and spend as much time as possible. Because if there's one thing you can't get back, no matter how rich you are, it's time.
Hmm.
Why spend 5, 10, 15 years unhappy, or spend that same amount of time justifying why you are unhappy, instead of spending that same time and say, you know what, let me take this energy
Hmm.
elsewhere and find someone that's going to love me for me. Do you find that step in that direction difficult for some people?
Yes, I think it is for most people. We have tremendous fear of the unknown, and we are more comfortable with the familiar, even if it's a painful familiar. And to people who find themselves in this situation, I couldn't agree with you more. I say You always have a choice to start over. Go beyond your comfort zone. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. Pick up the pieces and start over. You can always start over. You always have a choice. And all these experiences are learning opportunities. They propel you to the next step. And in fact, very often, our terrible experiences are what really prompt us to grow and change. We get complacent with whatever situation we're in, and we prefer to stay stuck in it than to take a risk. And it's important to take that risk. Don't be reckless. I'm not suggesting you're reckless, but be open to more things out there that can fulfill you, and be explore. Try to get know yourself better. I think the most important thing is to know yourself better. Understand what is it that makes you tick, what makes you happy, and try to envision what is the path to that happiness, and start taking steps in that direction, and the path invariably will reveal itself if you make a commitment to pursue it. And to that, I will also add, because you have brought this about being with yourself or feeling comfortable with yourself. You came complete into this world. You have everything you need to be happy. You're perfectly equipped for your happiness. Learn to love yourself. Learn to make yourself happy. Enjoy your own company. And when you enjoy your own company, you don't need to be a slave to a relationship that is harmful or toxic. And if you're happy with yourself, you will organically attract people who are healthy and can be a good fit for you.